Imagine being a child taken from your family, forced to forget your language, stories, and even the taste of home. At Native American boarding schools, food wasn't nourishment, it was control. Cornmeal mush, watery soups, and hard biscuits replaced the meals you grew up with. Every spoonful carried a lesson. Survival came second to obedience. These 25 shocking meals reveal not just hunger, but resilience, memory, and quiet resistance. 1. Cornmeal mush with molasses drizzle, a stiff yellow block, boiled until flavorless, dropped onto plates morning after morning. The rare drizzle of molasses was the only relief. Corn, sacred in many traditions, became tasteless glue. Yet, that tiny drizzle became a moment to pretend they were home. 2. Salt pork and potato stew with hard-bread watery potatoes floated beside greasy cubes of salt pork. Hard bread scraped mouths, not filled them. Cheap calories disguised as hearty meals, leaving children hungry and aching. 3. Cabbage and beef bone soup with barley, a huge pot of limp cabbage, a lonely beef bone, and half-cooked barley. The flavor thin, the portions meager, the lesson clear. Tradition didn't matter here. 4. Stewed dried apples with hard biscuits, leathery apples boiled until mushy, paired with stale biscuits. A faint sweetness, if any, became a fleeting comfort, a reminder of what had been taken. 5. Wheat bread with lard spread and weak coffee thick, coarse slices smeared with lard and washed down with brown, watery coffee. Fuel, not joy. Breakfast became a lesson in endurance. 6. Boiled navy beans with salt pork bits, gummy beans clinging to teeth, salty pork providing the only taste. Recycled and cheap, it was predictable, monotonous, and stripping away home flavors. 7. Oatmeal porridge with powdered milk, blanched oats boiled into gummy paste, powdered milk thin and chalky. Sweeteners were rare, comfort nearly non-existent. 8. Boiled turnips and potatoes with thin gravy overcooked, collapsing vegetables swimming in watery sauce. Meant to fill bellies, not hearts. Home flavors stripped away. 9. Split pea soup with scraps of ham, thick, pasty, green mush. Floating scraps of ham were promises never fully kept. Survival disguised as nourishment. 10. Fried cornbread squares with sorghum syrup, golden but dense, fried in lard. A thin drizzle of syrup was the closest thing to sweetness. Cornbread, sacred at home, was flattened into mass-produced rations. 11. Stewed cabbage and carrots with margarine, limp vegetables, pale and watery. Greasy margarine offered minimal relief. Flavor stripped, care absent. 12. Rice pudding with raisins and sugar syrup, mushy rice stirred with watered-down milk, rare raisins floating like treasures. A thin layer of sweetness highlighted what was missing. 13. Macaroni and cheese casserole, soft, clumped pasta baked with blocks of processed cheese, sticky and oily. Modernity at a cost. Tradition replaced by industrial rations. 14. Barley porridge with brown sugar grayish mush, chewy and undercooked. A sprinkle of brown sugar couldn't hide the heaviness of survival. 15. Thick vegetable stew with garden potatoes and onions, cloudy broth. Breaking vegetables, little flavor. Fuel, not comfort. Home cooking replaced by efficiency. 16. Day-old bread soaked in sweetened milk, soggy slices. Faint sugar, called pudding. A hollow dessert, masking the monotony of repeated meals. 17. Salted fish hash with potatoes, dry, salty fish fried with potatoes. Greasy, harsh, and difficult to eat. Fish, once fresh and celebrated, became punishment. 18. Chicken neck soup with noodle scrawny necks in thin broth, barely enough meat to flavor the water. Children picked at bones, dreaming of real meals at home. 19. Baked hominy casserole with egg and onion dry, crusted hominy baked with scarce eggs and onions. Filling but bland, sacred traditions reduced to institutional rations. 20. Dry biscuits with apple butter hard, crumbly biscuits, smeared with minimal apple butter. Sweetness teased but never fully delivered. 21. Creamed dried beef on toast, thinly sliced dried beef in pale sauce over hard bread. Salty, heavy, and stripped of warmth or care. 22. Mashed turnip and potato cakes, dense gray patties, fried in cheap fat. Heavy, bland, leaving children tasting absence more than food. 23. Bean and cabbage chowder with cornbread, gray-green mush, soft beans, overcooked cabbage. Dense cornbread attempted to rescue flavor, but culture was lost. 24. Powdered milk cocoa with hard crackers, thin, lukewarm chocolate drink with stale crackers. A fleeting sweetness, a brief escape from monotonous meals. 25. Steamed corn pudding with maple syrup, dense, sticky corn pudding with a rare drizzle of maple syrup. Flavorful glimpses of home, but mostly just a reminder of what was missing. Food at Native American boarding schools was never just nourishment, it was control. Every bland stew, hard biscuit, or watery porridge told a story of survival, oppression, and resilience. Yet children found ways to hold on, through memory, small acts of defiance, and the rare stolen taste of something familiar. Today, some of these dishes have been reclaimed as heritage foods, symbols of endurance and identity. Each bite reminds us that hunger is not only physical, it's cultural, emotional, and historical.